Another thing that I wanted to talk about is, in my opinion, the way that you restructure everything and what you do. Can you go into that?
Like,
When it comes to like a service, like the readings and what you tap into and kind of like how you gave me the paragraph of all that. Can you talk a little bit about that? Because I've never seen that and I think it's very beautiful and interesting, to be completely honest.
okay. Well, first I'll explain too that I didn't really realize that what was happening to me was I was accessing the Akashic records in the Akashic field. And
Yeah.
so what happened was is when I really started to wake up more this
Can,
last time.
Before you go into that, can you explain what that even is? For those
Okay,
people who
sure,
might not
sure.
know what the
Well, I
Akashic
was I was gonna
records
give
are.
you uh an example so you understand.
Mm,
And
okay.
so what happened is I would cross people's paths. Like
Mm-hmm.
one time I got a new neighbor that lived right behind me, and I was looking out the window and I saw her, and I got this deep knowing that was like she really stood out to me,
Mm-hmm.
and I didn't know why. And I felt like I knew her, but there was something that was like a gravitational pull, almost like two magnets that want to come together, okay?
Mm-hmm.
And so what happened was is after I closed the window and I went down to my couch and I was alone, I sat there, and it's almost as if I was daydreaming,
Mm-hmm.
but I was actually viewing another place and another time. And I was sitting there and I just saw the dirt floor,
Mm-hmm.
and I saw sticks, slats of wood, not panels, but like the branches, the
Mm-hmm.
wispy type things. And they were going up all over the place and they were being burned. And I saw the woman next door to me telling me, go. And she was pushing me, run, go now, and hide, run. And I was like, no, I'm not going to leave you. And go, run. And I was like, why? And then I turn around and there's a man on a horse, and he has a woman's head by the hair. And she was beheaded. And there were people burning on other slats. And they were saying, which. And it was so deep and so traumatic and so scary. It was like I was actually there,
Yeah.
and she was telling me run, go, and she was trying to protect me. And like I was running, and I ran into the meadow, into the forest. And then I came out of it because I was saying, no, I'm not a witch, I'm not a witch, I'm not a witch. And it's like I came out of it and I'm saying, I'm not a witch, I'm not a witch, I'm not a witch. And it's like every single person that I knew in this reality, I could hear the ones that were connected to it, and I didn't understand what was going on. And this would
Mm-hmm.
happen with me all the time.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so I learned later on that it's we have these records. Our soul keeps these records. And they had told me before, but I never really understood. They had told me experiences like the Akashic records, some of them have been tampered with. And also and I didn't know what Akashic records meant. I just listened just like you're listening to a channel on a radio. And so they started telling me, this is the record, like the book of your life, but every lifetime. And um this is not a wrong or a right, a bad or a good, a sin or a not sin. It's not that. It's not a judgment. It just is. Just like you look at a book that has words and it has pictures that's already written, right?
Mm-hmm.
It already exists. There's nothing good or bad about it. It just is. And so
Mm-hmm.
this record comes about as like a compendium or like a library of everything that you've experienced in each lifetime. And so I never heard of it. I didn't know that's what I was accessing, but I guess, like, putting two and two together later on, I understood. And
Mhm.
so these records, I could access them like for myself, for other people, people that I've crossed, like when I cross their energy, also like uh also when I'm just sitting by myself and they want to show me something, it just comes to light and I go there mentally, and it's like daydreaming for me. My eyes are open, but I
Mhm.
could see. And so like that's how it is. So like the akashic records is like that. It's just the information of all existence, and basically you're showing them how it's done. They are observing, and
Mhm.
they're here to assist you, but they are also observing, and you're the one that's showing them how it's done. And so all of it gets recorded, and it's there for everyone to access in the field when they want to access something. And so
Mhm.
all it is too is that you have to become open to that vibrational alignment and that frequency to that door, and then it opens up and the information comes to you. And usually for me, it's when a higher self aspect wants to show me something, that this
Mhm.
door opens like that, and I get to see into the records. Now I do it a little more intentionally,